Are you ready to take the chorus line kicks up a notch with activation? Let's slow it down and work through this move. It's an amazing move and I have a lot of fun with it. First, let's talk about alignment. You're sitting towards the edge of your chair, not slouched back into the back. You don't even want to come near the back of that chair. Toes are forward. Knees are straight out from hips and ankles under knees. You don't want your knees coming in like this, nor do you want them flopping out. That means you've lost activation. From the side, it would look like this. Knees straight out from hips, ankles under knees, toes forward. That way you have the perfect alignment to get started on this move. Now I'm going to go back to the side and show you how to curl your core in the chair. Hand on belly, hand lower back. Big inhale, exhale, belly button up and back. And then really press in with this hand. Tighten those buttons. Inhale again. Exhale, press to get those ribs up. Keep weight back, shifted into those sit bones. Not leaning back, just shifted back versus forward like this, which inactivates the core. You can press your feet in the mid to ball joint area, or you can press the heels. See how my toes go up just a little bit there? Each one has a little bit different activation on your leg. To start with, you can just press midfoot to ball joint, but still keep that big toe up. I know you can't quite see my toes, so I'm gonna come back here a little bit. My foot falls when I let that, see how my knee will come in when I let that big toe down. I'm not necessarily pointing my big toe up all the time, but I'm also not shifting weight there. So that's curling the core. Now we're gonna come out of that for a moment because we're gonna just stretch the back a little bit. Pull on those knees and curl back and hunch. Shake head, no, inhale. Exhale, pull all the air out by pulling the knees. Gently, inhale again. This time as you exhale, ribs up, bend those elbows, and scoop out the back, but keep pulling the tummy. You should feel a nice stretch through the lower back and out through your tailbone, and to pull the shoulders back by using those muscles. Curl back again. I'll do it to the front. Inhale. Exhale, ribs up, and bend, and scoop through. Just look to the corner of the ceiling. Don't look all the way to the ceiling. And release. Little wiggle, wiggle. Opposite hip and shoulder. Wiggle, wiggle. Little cross stretch. Just kind of help settle that spine. Stretching the fascia along the spine. So we have our alignment, just recheck, knees straight out, ankles under knees, toes are forward. Obviously we're gonna come out of that because we're gonna do the stretch. This stretch series alone is so amazing. If you have issues with IT band, piriformis, some gluteus medius and minimus issues, even your quads and your hamstrings and all the way down to your shins, this is an amazing stretch. So even if you're not sure if you wanna do the full move, please take advantage of this stretch, because especially if you have problems getting down to the floor, because it really helps stretch those areas out. So for just a little bit of support, first we're going to curl that core, ribs are up and shift back. Put one hand on the thigh, opposite hand just pressing into the chair there. And what we're going to do is use that leverage to help us get that foot up. And if you need to, you can grab that foot and bring it on up. It's okay. Because we're at different places with our core. If you happen to have diastasis recti, I would prefer that you lift a little bit, and when you can, grab that, but keep supporting the back hand with the back hand in the chair there. We're going to start with pointing the foot. We're not pointing hard, but I am going to teach you a little activation that will take the stretch up. One hand kind of in front of just below the toes there. If you think of your ball joint, it's on the top side of the foot. I like to keep my thumb stretching as much as possible. And as you press in here, now make sure we keep this knee going out to the little toe. We don't see that's letting my big toe completely down, weight on big toe. I just shift it out. I'm not lifting my big toe on my shoe, but I do shift it back. Shifting into the heel pressure will help a little bit. So we're going to use this leverage. Don't hurt yourself. As we inhale, exhale, pull on the knee and foot to help you get those ribs up. I'll show you a side view in a moment. Big inhale here. Exhale, keep those ribs up, but relax the shoulders a bit and shake your head no, because we don't want to be doing this with our neck. No neck tension. So what we're going to do, I'm going to explain it first, then I'll turn to the side and show you as we do it together, is we're going to pull the core in as we hinge from the hips. Now, tendency is to just lean forward. We're not leaning forward from the waist. We are hinging forward, and you may not go very far. And you can see that I'm pulling just lightly on my knee and foot to help keep that activation of the lats. So big inhale, exhale, hinge forward. Pull that tummy in. You should feel a stretch all along here, maybe even to the base of the buns a bit. Now, if you want to enhance that stretch even more, big inhale. Exhale, think to reach from your core Spider Woman through that leg to point through that toe. It's not like pointing hard. That's just with the toes and the foot. You are reaching through, and you get a little bit of stretch on the front of that shin as well. Go ahead and shift back. Big inhale again. Exhale, ribs up and hinge. Pull that tummy in, reach through. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, release. Now don't get out of alignment. Don't go, oh, I get to release. No, keep that activation going. Now we flex the foot. Now the tendency is kind of let that foot kind of flop up there. We want to keep it here. And this time we'll be reaching through the heel. You're going to grab below. And you can do this barefoot, by the way. I put my shoes on just so you could see the contrast on my carpet a little more easily. So I want to see what I was trying to do there because I wasn't paying attention. So I want to put the thumb on the top, kind of wrap my hand around that ball joint. That's going to work. And now if that's hard for you for any reason, you can kind of hang on at the ankle. We won't get quite the same activation. So if you can hang on here, that would be better. Same thing, we're going to make sure this knee is out towards the little toe. Pull that belly up and back. Inhale. Exhale, pull on the foot gently and the knee to get those ribs up and then hinge forward. See how I bent my elbows just a little bit. I want to keep those shoulders back. I'm not thinking down with my shoulders, just back. 2, 3, 4, back. This next time we're going to reach through that heel a little bit more. And when you reach to the heel, I'm going to let my foot go up here and show you what's going to happen. Inhale. Exhale, ribs up and hinge forward. And now reach through that heel. See how it automatically brought my toes down because I'm reaching through the heel from my core. Ooh, this is my tighter side, so it's really feeling it. 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. And just to give you a side view of what that looks like with the flex foot, very similar. I'm just coming forward. Same thing. I'm just doing it with a flex foot and reaching through. So now that we've finished on this side, press into, now if you're having the diastasis recti or weak core, go ahead and lift and press into your thigh as you lower. The rest of us can just press into thigh and back into the chair to come on down. Just kind of wiggle out those feet, do a couple shoulder rolls, and we'll do the other side. Do a little cross stretch, wiggle, wiggle. Now here we go. We can either press into the thigh here and get that foot up, or get it up a little way, and then you can bring it up the rest of the way. Make sure you're in alignment, toes forward, knees out towards the little toe. You don't have to push it out hard, but just don't want it doing this. Don't want it coming in there. It's not what we want. So pointed toe, just point lightly. Hang on above the feet here. Kind of stretch that thumb. I am resting the thumb on my shoe here, but I'm not gripping. So I'm not gripping. That's not what I'm doing. Same thing here. That thumb is resting on my knee. I'm not like pushing it up, but I'm letting it stretch a little bit. That also helps that neurokinetic flow. Are you ready? Inhale. Exhale, pull as you get those ribs up. Pull that belly up and in. Inhale again. Exhale, hinge from the hips as you come forward. 2, 3, 4. Back up. Next time we're going to reach through. Inhale. Exhale, hinge forward, spider woman. Reach through like you're trying to get those bad guys off to the side with your number 4 trick. Yeah, we can do this. 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and release. Don't lose your alignment though. Then flex that foot. Grab around the ball joint. Inhale. Exhale. Pull to get those ribs up. And get that foot down. And hinge forward. Pulling that tummy in. 2, 3, 4. Release just a little bit as you shift back. Ribs up. Inhale. Exhale. Press the heel of that foot on the floor. Ribs up and hinge and reach through. Notice how my toes just straightened out straight where they're supposed to be. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and back. Press in. Sorry, wrong way. Press in as you get that foot down. Little wiggle, wiggle. Whoo, you should feel really good through there. Might even feel a little bit of burning in a good way. No pain, okay? Don't go to the point of pain. We're all at different points of flexibility. You're really stretching some muscles and fascia in there. Hopefully that feels a little bit better. This is really great if you've been sitting at the chair for a while on the computer, or if you've been driving for a while, if you can get someplace where you can do this stretch. It just feels really amazing. And I literally feel it in the hamstrings, my quads, the whole IT band area, piriformis, all the gluteal muscles, and even down my shins and calves. And you're working the feet as well. Lower body workout and even upper body to some point because you're using that leverage of the lats to get the lats activated too. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'd also like to know if you have any like, wow, I really felt it. So let's try to get stretched out and get ready for the next video, which will go into the actual move of chorus line kicks.